let's get into my conversation today. I was telling you about how much I love pictures, and joining us on the show today, I don't think we've had a photographer before, have we? Babalola Ifeoluwa Isaac, otherwise known as Snapcode, a prolific, photographer, and he joins me on a Rise 360 from our Lagos studio right now. Hi, Snapcode. How are you feeling today?
Hi, I'm great. Hi.
I like your shirt. Good afternoon. It says big boy. Are you like, an Babalola? How much is money? Is that what you mean?
Because actually, how much is money now?
Snapcode, I'm surprised you're saying this because I was just having a conversation earlier about how right now, today, money is plenty, considering the dollar to naira rate. But since you're saying how much is money, maybe you need to share a few more things with us that we don't know.
Ask away. I'll give you the answers you need.
Okay, fine. I'm going to start by saying that, really, though, what is the worst picture you've ever taken?
I think the worst picture I've ever taken was in 2017, but I won't call it the worst because I think it was part of my growth.
Okay, so describe it for me. When you say, what made it the worst? Because the point of asking that question was, I'm sure that was a learning experience for you. So what was it about the picture that made you recognize it as, okay, this is not a great picture? What was it that really stood out as a learning moment for you with that picture or that experience?
Yeah, I remember. So I think my lights were low. I didn't realize. I took the wrong battery. So there was no alternative, and it was dark. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was the craziest moment of my life. Because I had to start to bend and bend and bend.
How did your client feel, though?
It just came out. Oh, she loved it. I didn't know why.
Snapcode, let me tell you a funny story, right? So I used to be nice, and I'll explain that. Sometimes I would take pictures that I didn't like, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's so nice, and I'll never use it. I wouldn't lie, there was this picture I took. I'm not gonna say the year I took it, and I never posted it, but I never said I hated it. So what if that client was like me? How do you really know if your client likes a picture?
Oh, okay, so when it comes to presently, I always like to have a sit down talk with my clients to help them understand. I need to know what kind of picture, what kind of edits do you like, what kind of lighting do you like. If you don't know, I will come out with different kind of, if you're not certain, then we'll do different kind of lightnings for that same shoot, just to make sure the client gets satisfaction. So at the end of it, I'll be like, oh, I like this one better. And then I do different, okay, what edits do you like? Do you like this? Do you like this? Do you want your tummy in? Do you want, and so I think when you ask, and when Yoruba people say, if you ask for directions, you don't lose the way. So well, I think when you ask, it just makes things easier. And yeah, that's it.
You just said something that you want your tummy in. Do you get requests like that? Taking my belly here, bring up my hip there. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you get that. I'm sure you do.
We photographers are the greatest surgeons on the planet. So, I
love it. I absolutely love it. Anyway, let's get into how you got into this space. Like I said, photography is something that you need to have an eye and a lot of patience for. I, for one, know that I'm not I could spend a lot of time just trying to get my pose right and all of that. So it requires patience and passion. Otherwise, you just get frustrated, please come and be going, leave my studio. So how did you get into photography?
I got into photography through a friend of mine. Her name was Victoria. She gave me a camera. She's a food vlogger. So she takes pictures of food. And that day she just gave me a camera, and I took the picture. Then I saw the emotions that came out. Oh my God, I loved it. I didn't know any settings of it, but I loved the emotions that came out from it, because I couldn't even, till this point, I don't even know how to differentiate colors. So I'm a colorblind photographer, and at that point, the only thing I knew was, okay, I love the fact that they were excited about it. And I started pushing, and so I started growing. And I got my first camera, and in school, I didn't even used to know people made money off photography back then.
So
it's been, I didn't even know. I just wanted to take pictures.
Wow, when you say you're a colorblind photographer, then do you color grade, or does somebody color grade your images? Because I know color grading is such a huge part of photography. Some people would just blur out the face, but I know some people are more intentional into the detail of a face, which is what makes some pictures a lot more natural than others.
Yeah, so I'm partially colorblind. I can see colors, but I can't differentiate colors. So I had to learn how to, I think I would call it feel colors. So I feel the colors. And when it comes to editing, I am a detailed person. That's why I always make sure the pictures are perfect before they go in for editing. So the process is more important to me than the post-production.
Ah, I get your style. And I like that because it makes it all easy, as opposed to people who, I've heard someone say, oh, don't worry, we'll fix it in post-production.
No, we will not fix it in post though.
Anyway, who are some of the photographers within Nigeria that you would say inspire you? Like, you look at their work and you're just inspired to just do better, get better. Who are some of the people within this space, photography in Nigeria, that inspire you?
Okay, when I was starting up, the one person that inspired me was Kelechi Amadi. Then there was Big H Studios, Emmanuel Leke, and a friend of mine, Amazing Clef. He shoots amazing work every time. And yeah, Bedge.
Okay, well, I think I've not worked close. I've not been photographed by Big H, but he's an Abuja photographer, if I'm not mistaken. And when it comes to the weddings in the city, I mean, he just kind of like cops all of them. So the nicest pictures, he does that. And of course, Kelechi Amadeobi, fantastic work with the Rice Fashion Week. He's always ever graceful, taking beautiful pictures of the models, of guests. So it's work that I've seen and I've experienced visually. Now, common mistakes that you've noticed that you would say, these are some things I've seen repeated over and over again, and it just needs to stop. Like, we need to stop doing this. It's old school, or it's unprofessional, or it just looks weird. Pet peeves for you when you see photographs, basically. What would those be?
I won't say, because in photography, we say there are rules and there are no rules. So everyone with their style. Whatever picture that you might think does not suit well with you is an amazing picture with others. So there is a market for every kind of photography. There are people that only focus on years or black and white or whatever niche they do. So I don't think there is a particular kind of picture. Or maybe the only thing I can say is when people edit and blow out the face too much, making the person look too plastic, all in the name of retouching.
Okay, well, before I wrap this up, I know you recently did some work with Shay Vibes. So talk me through that project. Was it for a new song, or what was that experience like for you working with him? Shay
Vibes. Everybody, when you hear of Shay Vibes, you think outside, you'd be like, oh, this person, maybe he's one strict person, or he's one hard guy. He's actually very softy. He's a very nice guy. I enjoyed every session. He was always open to, you'd be like, Alpha, show me now. Show me. What do you want me to do? Show me. I beg. Oh yeah, I know proud again. Show me. So I think it's someone that is very open and he's an amazing person. He treated all my people, all my team members with respect, and was attentive when we needed him to be. So yeah, Shay Vibe is a very amazing person, and I think people need to see that side more of him.
So apart from Shay Vibes, if you're going to make a list of somebody else who you would say, yes, I know you've worked with a couple of people within the industry that you've photographed, you've worked with. What are some of the most memorable experiences you've had that you definitely cannot forget and you're so grateful for?
Yes. So in 2022, when Tiwa Savage released this Water and Gary project, so that period I was documenting some part of outings, and I remember one time when they were having a listening with the PR guys, and there's this spiritual moment from Tiwa and our music. So yeah, Tiwa Savage, and I've had to work with amazing people like Davido. I was able to produce the Behind Stacked for Wiz on the Beach. So again, so many. I think the only person I'm still waiting to work with is Thames. So in case you've seen this.
Well, if wishes were horses, you never know. I'm glad you put it out there. I'm just happy that you put it out there. Snapcoat, thank you for joining me on the show today. This was fun. Learned a few things about your craft.
Thank you very much.
And good luck with that interview, with that photography session that you're hopeful for with Thames.